Welcome back to Legacy Contracts. And if this is your first time here, we're glad you found us. This channel exists for attorneys, managing partners, and law firm leaders who sense that something beneath the surface of their firm isn't quite working, even if it's difficult to put into words. Here, we talk about law firm operations, law firm management, and the invisible systems that determine whether a firm can truly sustain growth. Because many managing partners eventually reach a point where they start asking themselves, why does everything come back to me in my law firm? Why can't my law firm operate without me? Why do my employees ask me everything? If you've ever had those thoughts, you're not alone. Today, we're talking about one of the biggest challenges facing growing law firms: leadership dependency. Why your law firm depends on you more than you realize, why that creates operational bottlenecks, and what you can do to reduce leadership overload and build a firm that doesn't rely on constant intervention. Let's dive in. How leadership dependency happens. Most law firms don't become dependent on leadership overnight. It happens slowly. You answer one question because it's faster than explaining the process. You make one decision because nobody else knows the answer. You step in to resolve one client issue because the team isn't sure how to handle it. You review one document because you want to make sure it's done correctly. None of those moments seem significant. In fact, they often feel like good leadership. But over time, something subtle happens. The team begins routing more and more decisions through you. Questions come to you first. Approvals come to you first. Problems come to you first. And eventually, your law firm workflow starts depending on one person: you. This is one of the most common law firm workflow problems we see inside growing firms. The result: you're busy all day. You're constantly solving problems. Yet your actual capacity never increases. The firm grows, but your workload grows right along with it. And eventually, many managing partners become overwhelmed. 5 signs your law firm depends on you. Let's talk about the warning signs. Number 1. Your team waits for your approval before moving work forward. Even routine decisions end up on your desk. If work consistently stops when you're unavailable, your firm may have an authority problem rather than a staffing problem. Number 2. Delegated work constantly comes back for clarification. You assign responsibilities, but people still need guidance every step of the way. This is one of the biggest reasons law firm delegation fails. Delegation without clarity creates dependency. Number 3. Things slow down when you're out of the office. If taking a vacation feels impossible because the firm can't operate without you, that's valuable information. Your law firm systems may not be supporting the work independently. Number 4. You're interrupted throughout the day. Questions, approvals, escalations, status updates, client issues. Many managing partners spend most of their day responding instead of leading. That's leadership overload. Number 5. You feel like you can never truly step away. You may physically leave the office, but mentally you're still managing the operation. If several of these sound familiar, your law firm likely relies on you more than it should. Why this happens? Most managing partners assume this is a people problem. It usually isn't. It's a structure problem. And specifically, there are 4 areas where we see breakdowns. 1. Unclear ownership. Who owns the intake process? Who owns client communication? Who owns billing? Who owns workflow follow-up? Many firms assign tasks but never define ownership. When ownership is unclear, decisions naturally escalate upward, and leadership becomes the default owner. 2. Undefined authority. This one is huge. Many employees know what needs to be done. They're just not sure what they're allowed to decide, so they wait, or they ask, or they escalate. Without clear decision-making authority, law firm efficiency slows dramatically. The work isn't stuck because people don't care. The work is stuck because people are uncertain. 3 systems living inside leadership's head. This is incredibly common. Many successful firms operate based on institutional knowledge. The managing partner knows how things work. The senior paralegal knows how things work. The office manager knows how things work, but very little is documented. The challenge: institutional knowledge doesn't scale. If your systems only exist in people's heads, the firm becomes dependent on those people. And that's difficult to sustain as the firm grows. For accountability depends on leadership. Many firms unintentionally build accountability around reminders. Leadership checks in. Leadership follows up. Leadership asks for updates. Leadership pushes things forward. Eventually, the managing partner becomes the operational safety net. The firm works, but only because leadership keeps holding everything together. The hidden cost. The cost of leadership dependency extends far beyond stress. It impacts nearly every area of law firm management. Growth slows because the firm can only move as fast as one person's availability. Law firm productivity decreases. Operational bottlenecks increase. Delegation becomes frustrating. Client communication slows. Decision-making takes longer. Employees become hesitant to act independently. And perhaps most importantly, leadership capacity disappears. Instead of focusing on business development, strategy, client relationships, firm growth, you're spending your time resolving routine operational issues. Over time, that becomes incredibly expensive. How to reduce leadership overload in a law firm. So where do you start? The first step is visibility. For 1 week, track every interruption, every question, every approval request, every escalation, every issue that reaches your desk. You'll start seeing exactly where your law firm systems and processes are creating friction. Clarify ownership. Every recurring workflow should have an owner, not 5 people. Not the team, one owner. Ownership creates accountability. Accountability creates consistency. Define decision authority. What decisions can employees make independently, which require consultation, which require final approval? Clarity around authority is one of the fastest ways to improve operational efficiency for law firms. Document core workflows. You don't need to document everything overnight. Start with intake, client communication, billing, case progression, file closure. The goal isn't bureaucracy. The goal is clarity. A better question: instead of asking, "Why does everything come back to me in my law firm?" ask, "What about our structure causes work to keep coming back to leadership?" That question changes everything, because it moves the conversation away from blame and toward systems. And sustainable law firm growth depends on systems, not heroics. If your law firm depends heavily on you, it doesn't necessarily mean you're doing something wrong. It may simply mean your law firm systems haven't evolved alongside your growth. The good news: structure can be designed, ownership can be clarified, authority can be defined, accountability can be strengthened, and leadership capacity can be restored. If you're curious about where operational strain may be forming inside your firm, we encourage you to take the Law Firm Operational Health Quiz or schedule a firm structure assessment. Both links are available below. We also recently hosted our webinar, Structural Accountability by Design, and the replay is available right here on our YouTube channel if you'd like to continue the conversation. If you found today's video helpful, please like, subscribe, and share it with another managing partner who may need to hear it, because progress doesn't always start with doing more. Often, it starts with seeing more clearly. Law firms aren't built overnight. They're shaped by the decisions you make once the invisible becomes visible. This is Legacy Contracts, and until next time, keep leading with clarity.